happy Labor Day if you're in the US. Happy Monday. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Yes, I am here on, it's Labor Day in the States. Good morning. Happy Labor Day if you're in the States. Happy Monday. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. And yes, I am here today. Um, Arsenal Blood, please don't invite yourself on the live. If I want to bring somebody on, I'll invite them. Because when you do that, TikTok, please stop doing that. Um, TikTok will they send me something, then I got to do something, and it interrupts me, and I got to stop, and I got to do it. If I want to bring somebody on, I will. But please stop doing that. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Feroz. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day to anybody in the States. Today is September 1st. It's Labor Day in the U.S. And first is jumping on. I've got people. I'm live streaming on my TikTok account and my YouTube channel. I got YouTube up on my MacBook Pro, and I've got TikTok on my phone. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, Mags. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, user 1269. What do people call you? Um, Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Gary. Another user. I guess you guys don't want to put your name and image on your profiles. Good morning, Omni. Good morning, Juanita. Good morning, Margie. Good morning, Kent. Good morning, Julie. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day if you're in the U.S. Today is September 1st. We're in a new month. And yes, I am here on Labor Day. I've been doing these now every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for over a month. So um, consistency, if you're doing this, is important. And when I say you got to do something every day, I mean 7 days a week. If you're trying to use social media and you're trying to get people to follow you, if you don't show up every single day, um, you won't get anybody to follow you. People will just go find someone who does show up. People want to know that you're going to be here. Good morning, Nanny. Good morning, Kat. Good morning, Amanda. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. I haven't worked a job in over 9 years. And actually, this month, September, this is my 14-year anniversary in this industry. After I lost my job, I I'm not even sure how I knew that people were making money on the internet. I think it was God telling me. I literally went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. They sent me a 3-page PDF with pay-per-click ads, and they were showing me how to set the ads up. I did that for a year. I spent $3,000 and didn't make any money, and I knew I needed to get around somebody. Um, your Labor Day is on May 1st. I have somebody over here on my YouTube channel is telling me he lives in India that Labor Day is on May 1st. Their Labor Day is on May 1st. And ours is always, it's the first Monday of Labor Day. It just happens to be that this year it's September 1st. So next year it'll be later, but it's always the first Monday. And I know because yesterday was my birthday, and my birthday's August 31st, and it's always Labor Day weekends, either at the beginning of the week or the end of the week. And it just happens to be that Monday this year is September 1st. So it is Labor Day. A lot of people, if you work a full-time job, you're off today. I'd love to know why, where you're coming in from, why you're on social media. And I believe a lot of you're either looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. And I'm certain you're not just jumping on my live, you're jumping on other people's lives. Because if you really stop and think about it, thank you so much for the birthday. I appreciate that. Belated birthday. A lot of you don't want to say that for whatever reason. And if you're spending time on social media scrolling, why not get paid for it? And a lot of people, you say, I'm only going to get on social media for 10 minutes, and then you're scrolling, an hour goes by, 2 hours go by, so why not get paid for it? I'm not scrolling on social media. I have a business that I'm, using social media for free to get exposure. There's over 5 billion people on social media every single day. And whether you have a cause that you're promoting, a mission, yeah, if any of you guys would like my live, I'd really appreciate it, whether you're on my YouTube channel or my TikTok account. It helps my accounts out when people like it. And if you do that, I really appreciate it. Good morning, is it Michelle, John? If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Shawnee. Good morning, John, Linda. Now YouTube, TikTok shows me who's coming on, and I can see if you go off of it, then if you come back on, I can see that. YouTube doesn't show me that. YouTube just shows me the number of people. Thank you for liking the live. I really appreciate it. YouTube just shows me the number of people on. So if you don't comment, I don't know that you're there. And Feroz, he has commented, so I know he's on, but I can't see who's on YouTube. And I know when I've gotten on other people's lives on YouTube, in the chat, you can see people commenting. So it doesn't, I guess that's just the way YouTube sets it up. And the thing that I am live streaming on my TikTok account and my YouTube channel, what's cool about YouTube, I do have software I'm using. When I end this live, it automatically goes and uploads the recording of this to my channel. It becomes a piece of content. And I've been on YouTube for a long time. And that's just great that it does it, because I have a recording on the whole thing. TikTok only saves it for 30 days. So anything beyond 30 days, I'm not going to save it. So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I live about 40 minutes outside in the U.S., outside the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm on the east coast and the northeast. I'm probably about an hour or 2 hours from New York City. I have driven from here. We have driven from here. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Lee. Good morning, Beach something forever. What do people call you? Thank you. Is it no something the digital? I'm not going to say that correctly, for liking my live. I really appreciate that. Good morning, Shelby. Good morning, Country Counter. Good morning, Teresa. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. You know, when I say these, and now I've been doing these every day for over a month, and I've had a handful of people. I had somebody named Jewel on yesterday. It was honestly, when I said, well, what are you doing on social media? She said she's looking for a way to make money from home. And when I say that, most people don't want to answer. And these lives, there's really no accountability, because you can be sitting, you could be laying on your couch on your phone. You could be on the toilet for all anyone knows, and you can jump on these lives. You can jump off them. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to show your face. You really don't have to do anything. And I think people, because of the amount of people, I know I'm not the only one, when they're live streaming, that they're getting people jumping on and off. And TikTok shows me who's jumping on. And then if you jump off, then you come back on, it shows me again. So I know that you were on and you jumped off, and people do that all the time. And anytime I say, well, what are you doing on social media? Nobody wants to answer. And I do believe most of you, you're either looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. This month is my 14-year anniversary in this industry. I've been doing this that long. I haven't worked a job in over 9. And I have total autonomy. When I need time off, I don't have to ask anybody. I make my own hours. I don't report to anybody. And the job I lost, I was commuting. I was spending 2 to 3 hours a day commuting. And if there was anything going on, I can call you Nazi. Okay, I like that. That's cool. If I don't miss that at all. My commute literally is, I'm downstairs and I go up a flight of steps. I have a room in my upstairs, and that's where I'm at, that I turned into my office. And that takes me like a minute. So if the weather's bad and all that, you don't have to deal with any of that. So that's cool. So that's why I'm here. I lost my job. I couldn't find another one. I was broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. I was being sued, and I found myself drowning in $250,000 of debt. And I had no idea how I was going to get myself out of this mess. And if it wasn't for digital marketing in this industry, I don't know that I'd still have my house. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, John. Good morning, Travel, Lynn Tucker. Do people call you Lynn? I like that. I take it you like to travel. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming. John, you're coming in from the Philippines. What time is it in the Philippines right now? It's about 10 a.m. Eastern where I'm at. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Donald. Good morning, Mrs. D. So I do think that that's so funny that people don't want to, they're jumping on, and just not my live, but people's lives. And they don't want to say it's 10 p.m. You don't want to say where you're coming in from. You don't want to say why you're on social media. And I think too, with these lives, you really don't have to be accountable. And if anybody has any questions or there's something you're trying to figure out and you need help with, I mean, I'd be glad to do a training on one of these. If it's something I've done that I've personally done, I've made money from. I don't think it's ethical for me to train or teach and stuff I haven't done. If I don't know it, I mean, I know a lot of people, I don't know everything. I probably can give you a resource to help you out. But I'd be glad to do that. And a lot of you, and since I've been doing these now, I've been on here every day for over a month at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, even on the weekends. And even today, it's a holiday in the US. I committed to doing that. And I'm giving away, sharing free stuff that I've learned. Thank you for the heart. Thank you so much. Um, I really appreciate that. And thank you for liking the live. Um, what was I saying? I mean, I have been on here and I personally spent over $100,000 to get around different people to learn from them. Because I mean, this business really is two things. It's mindset and skill set, and you have to master both. And you really only have to get really good at one thing, and you can make a lot of money in this industry. And you have to learn marketing. And if you have any kind of business, whether it's online or offline, you learn marketing. And if you've got a cause you're promoting, thank you, Lynn, for liking the live. If you've got a cause you're promoting or a message you want to get out, and you're using social media, if you don't know how to use it correctly, you're probably not going to get the result that you want out of it, because you haven't the opportunity. There's over 5 billion people on social media to get exposed to all those people, and you can do it for free. You don't have to pay for marketing. You can if you want to, but if you learn how to use social media correctly, you don't have to do it. And I did, somebody asked me to do a training on social media marketing, which I did. And then I did another one talking about email marketing, because if you're using social media and you're just sending people to a page with information or a replicated website or a sales page, the issue with that is you're only going to have one chance to talk to them. And as soon as they go off your website, you've lost them. And if you're not sending people to something like a capture page, a website, a squeeze page, a landing page, it's all the same thing, and getting their email address and getting them on your email list. And then where the automation comes in, you have a series of emails that are automatically set up that go out. So it's running 24/7, because most people aren't going to buy something on first touch. They're going to have to see it at least 2 or 3 times. And if you think about your own buying habits, how many times do you look at something before you make a buying decision? And you may see it online and see it, and you may have seen it in a store, and then you go back, whether it's online or you go back to a store and keep looking at it at least a few times before you make a buying decision. I did have somebody who she got on my email list last October 2024, was almost a year ago. I talked to her a few times on TikTok, and then she bought something from me in July. She was on my email list for 10 months before she bought anything. So if you're not building an email list, and you do need a tool called an autoresponder, most of them you can start for free, but like mine gives you up to 2,000 subscribers for free. And you want to be building that list. When you get past 2,000, you have to start paying for it. And if you don't have that and you're not sending that to your people, it's something that you can get, that you're missing out. So Vanessa says, thanks so much. Your videos taught me how to make books. Okay, well, great. Is that the kids coloring books? Because I don't think I put up any other videos about any kind of books. And I do have a video that I put there. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to make money from home and make money online. I do digital marketing. I mean, there's different business models: affiliate marketing, network marketing, high ticket affiliate marketing. Some people have their own products or services. I've done all of them, and I even have a couple of my own products and services. What I really liked about that was it's 100%, but I have to manage everything. You have to create, if you're going to do your own thing, you got to create it. With digital marketing, you buy it once, and then you have the resale rights to sell it over and over again. It's 100% profit. It's MRR, which is master resale rights. And we are the only program at this time of me recording this that is master resale rights that we pay 100%. Some of them are 80, 85, 90, 95%, but we're the only one that's 100%. If you're doing network marketing or affiliate marketing, on average, they typically pay somewhere between 20 and 40%. There are some that pay more. So you're sharing your profits with a company, and this you're not sharing your profits. And to give you an example, when I started thinking about this, thank you for the friendship. I appreciate that, Lynn. Um, what really made me think about this, my own products, which I make 100%. I was promoting a high ticket affiliate program. Somebody came through my link. She bought a product that was $25,000. Now I made 27% of that, which is 6,200, which that's great. I made that in a day. I woke up to that. That is more money than I made when I was working a job, but over 18,000 went to the company. And that's all my effort. It's the same amount of effort, and the company's making, well, any sales I got, they're making money off of it. So when I started thinking about that, I'd rather have 100%. And that was, and that's affiliate. That was high ticket affiliate marketing. High ticket affiliate marketing, and network marketing. You're going to be sharing the profits with somebody. It's not going to come to you. Network marketing, you're just not sharing it with the company. The person that signed you, they make something too. So with that business model, you're sharing it with two people. Those are all different business models. Some people have their own coaching services, their own courses. They may have another service or product that they're promoting on their own, and they use social media to promote it. Ismail, I'm talking about digital marketing. If you want I have a free PDF. I'm using a blueprint you work 2 hours a day. I have a free PDF if you want it. If you come right up here to the top of where my profile is, click that. There's a website, payudaily.com. That's my website. Put your email address in, watch the 2 videos, read the page. You'll get an email from me with a link with the PDF. Click on that, you download, you can save it. That's yours to keep. If you have any questions, you can respond back to my email. I've been doing this for, actually it's 14 years this month, so you can go check that out. Lynn saying, I'm going to follow. This is really good info, but I have to go for a bit. Okay, that's fine. I'm here. I'm doing these every single day. I'm here at 10 a.m. Eastern time. If anybody, thank you, Lynn, for the friendship necklace. I really appreciate it. I'm here every day at 10 a.m. Eastern. If anybody has any questions, or you've got something you're trying to figure out and I can help you. If I've done it, I'll do a training. If I haven't, I don't think it's ethical that I train on stuff I haven't done, but I can probably give you a resource. I know a lot of people. I don't know everyone. But I can do that. And somebody had asked me, I guess it was last week, to do a training on social media marketing, which I did. And I also did one on email marketing, because it doesn't matter what you're using social media for. If you've got a cause you're promoting, you have a message. Good morning, Rob, Josie. Good morning, Minda. Thank you for liking the live. It doesn't matter if it's a cause, you're supporting a mission, a message you have. You've got an offline business, an online business. You want to learn how to use social media correctly, because there's a lot of people out there that they're not using it correctly. And I've learned attraction marketing, and it's way better to attract people to you versus you going and having to bug family and friends, or going on social media like Facebook and using Messenger, messaging people, asking them if they take a look at what you're doing. And that's prospecting, and that works. But I did that I was with a network marketing company, and I personally signed like over 450 people, and I just got totally burned out. I was living in Messenger, because you have to keep following up with people if you're doing that. There's no leverage. There's no automation. With this, I'm sending people to it's a system, and it's a proven system that works, getting them on my email list, because you want to build your email list, because you don't own your social media account. You can lose them at any time. Mindy saying, good morning, watching here you're in the Philippines. Well, good morning. Thanks for jumping on. And I get to meet and talk to people from all over the world. There's some people I met them online, and then I actually at one point met them at a live event. This business, and it's an industry, it can change your life. We've got over 55,000 people in our community, from all over the world. And how many people are, they're making money, they've quit their full-time jobs. We actually had somebody, she was working 3 jobs. She's a single mom, and she had to work 3 jobs to try to even make ends meet. She never had any time to do anything or see her kids. And she started this, and now she's made over $100,000. She quit her full-time job, all three of the jobs. I think one was full time and two was part time. And I've done that too. I've worked a full time job and a part time job, and I was in school at night. It's exhausting. Um, you're so exhausted, you really don't have time for anything else. And then if a Saturday came around or I had a day off, there were days I was sleeping into like 4 o'clock. It's exhausting having to work that much. And there's somebody on my live, I guess it was last week, that he's working two jobs. Or if you're thinking about getting a second job because you need to bring more money in, you can do something like this instead. You're a single parent. Okay. And there's a lot of single parents in our community, and they were struggling. And like this woman, her name's Amy. She was working three jobs, and she never had any time, to do anything or to come home to her kids. And she just started doing this, and now she's made. I think she's over $100,000 now. She's made enough that she's been able to quit those three jobs. Good morning, Betty. To quit those three jobs because she's making enough now doing this, and she's got her time back, and she can spend time with her kids. She can spend time doing what she wants. And it's not just about the money, it's about the time too, because if you're working multiple jobs, you don't have a lot of time to spend with family or anything else. Um, it's not, Minda. It's not. This isn't a job. This is a business. It's digital marketing, where I have the resale rights to sell. It's not my product. I didn't have to make it. I don't have to do customer service. It's digital, so you don't have to deal with shipping. I bought it. I have 100%. It's master resale rights, so I make 100% profit. I can sell it over and over again. We have four products, and there's training that we teach you how to use social media correctly, how to build an email list. So this isn't, if you're looking for a job, I do have some videos. I talk about jobs, but the work from home jobs, the remote jobs are very hard to get, especially since COVID. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Kelly. They're really difficult to get. And I remember before we went through the whole thing with COVID, and Amazon has in their customer service jobs, work from jobs, they would have at least 100 on their website. And I haven't looked in a long time, but the last time I looked, they didn't have any. So this isn't a job, it's a business. You own it, you control it, you set your own hours. But we have a community of and we've got 55,000 people now supporting each other. If you need help, you can come in the group. We have live interactive trainings during the week. You need tech help. We have tech calls. We have a team that, if you're having some tech issue you need help with, you can jump on, you can look at the calendar and jump on one of the calls and get some help. But no, it's your business, but we're entrepreneurs. And I started doing this. I lost my job, and actually it's 14 years ago. I couldn't find another one. When I lost my job, the job market was horrible. People were getting 1,500 applications for one job. And I couldn't find one. And the one I did find was $12.50 an hour, which isn't enough. Zern, the gamer, what if, despite you promote the item and still no one buys, do you still earn from that? No, you earn when you make sales. And we teach you the correct way how to use social media, using attraction marketing, and you pick the platform you want. I suggest if you're new, you pick one. I'm on multiple platforms because I've done this for a long time. But this is a business, and if you don't sell anything, you don't earn anything. And if you're just starting out in the beginning, you may not make anything. And now, honestly, when I started this and I didn't have any of what I've got now, I didn't have a mentor, I didn't have training. I bought a website. They sent me a thing about setting up pay-per-click ads. I did that for a year and I didn't make any money. So the people you see making money, I've mastered some skills now, and I've learned so much from different people. You need a mentor. I didn't have one. You need the right training, and you need a proven system. Because I do see people, they're trying to promote stuff and they're sending people, you're welcome. They're sending people to a sales page, which you could get a sale. But the problem with that is you're only going to have one chance to talk to the person. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. And this isn't about relationship building. And although I do get some sales on first touch, that's not typical. Most people are going to have to see something multiple times. If you think about your own buying habits, if you're looking to buy something, how many times do you look at something before you make a buying decision? Good morning. Is it Michelle? Good morning. Oh, I can't see that. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. That's why I'm here to do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. Um, and you have to learn some skills. And you could get a sale when you first start out, but if you don't have an audience somewhere, if you don't have an audience on social media, you don't have an email list or somewhere that good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Jennifer. Somewhere that you have an audience, you have influence over. You're probably not going to make any money right away. We just had somebody in our group that she's been in for 8 months and she just got her first sale. Depending why you're doing this. I mean, I had to make this work. And the first year I did this and I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have training. I didn't have a system. I didn't make any money. I did that for a year. I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do. You don't know what you don't know. But I don't think a lot of people in our community, they really realize what they have their hands on. Good morning, JLB. Nice to meet you. Those initials, JLB, that was my dad's initials, JLB. And then my brother is JLB Jr. I don't know if your first name's John, but their first name is John. And then my sister's husband, well, they're divorced now. His name was John. And when they had a baby, we were all begging them, please don't name him John. They didn't. They named him Tim. So good morning, eating with baby. What do people call you? And you can do, I know a lot of people, you don't want to put your face on camera. Actually, I didn't. And now I swore I wasn't going to get on camera. I was in foreclosure at the time, so I had to get over that one really quickly. You can do faceless marketing or an AI. Most of the videos I've been making lately, I'm using AI. They look like me. It's an AI twin. I'm able to record my voice. They sound like me. So if you don't want to get on camera, you can do faceless marketing. We have training inside our program for that. I did buy a course because I went all the way in on learning AI. The course I took, they've got 6 softwares you use, and I'm learning to use 4 of them, and I'll probably go back and learn the other 2. And then somebody gifted me another AI course, which I haven't had the time to go through. Because you have to, I don't think AI is going away, and it's not that AI is going to replace you. It's that the people that learn how to use AI will replace you. And if you look around, it's already starting to happen. If you go to Google now and you search something, those first results that are coming up, they're using AI. Meta's using AI. I do think that this may end up being something like when smartphones first came out, and how much smartphones now change the way we communicate. Most people don't call. Good morning, Lisa. If you're jumping on, where are you coming in from? Call people, they text. People still send emails and stuff and call, but the texting has, the iPhones and app, whatever brand it is, but the smartphones have changed the way we communicate. And the fact that Steve Jobs, when he started Apple, he started it in his garage with $1,500. He had an idea, and everybody at this point, I would say, has a smartphone. And I know the old phone I had, I had that for a really long time. AT&T wrote me and said after a certain date they were not going to support it anymore. So I had to get an iPhone. I think I was probably the last person to get an iPhone. It was like 2016 I got my first iPhone. But I think it's completely changed the way we communicate. And now, too, with the smartphones, you can have apps for the social media platforms. I've got them, the ones I use, all on my phone. There's so many things I can do from my phone. You can literally turn your phone and your social media profile into an ATM. But there's a skill you have to master. Now you can learn it. It's a high income skill. You can learn it in 2 weeks. But to master and get really good at it, that's going to take more time. And the people you see making money, I'm not smarter than anybody. I may work harder, but I've just learned some skills. And I lost my TikTok. I lost 10 TikTok accounts. I lost 3 Instagram accounts. And I started this TikTok account in June. I started posting on it last June. I did the same thing with my Instagram. I'm already over 100,000 followers on my TikTok account, and I'm close to 100,000 followers on my Instagram account. I've mastered some skills. I know what to do to start, and you don't want to have to go through that and start another account. But if I wanted to use either those platforms, I had to start again. And I know what to do. I've mastered some skills, and it's the skills you master nobody can take away from you. However, your social media accounts, you can lose them at any time. Good morning, Digital Mommy. Good morning, Money Music. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. But that's why, yeah, you want to use social media. You can reach over 5 billion people, and it's free, but you don't own your accounts. You don't control them. You can lose them at any time. I had a Facebook group too that had over 60,000 people, and Facebook deleted it. So you want to build an email list. It's an asset, and you may have heard the money's in the list. And then you can start getting better at writing emails. And now you have chat. And speaking of AI, you have Chat GPT. You can use to help you write stuff. So there's a lot of things you can do that AI can help you with if you don't feel like you can do it yourself. But yeah, so that's you don't own your accounts, and I hope I don't lose any more, but you can lose them at any time. And all of us that live in the United States, we still don't know if TikTok's going to be banned. President Trump signed another 90-day thing on June 19th. And now that one expires on September 19th, which is like 3 weeks away now. And I don't know that he can keep doing that. And there's nobody that's come forward that's serious saying they're interested in buying TikTok. So they still don't have a buyer. So yeah, we still don't know that. Although none of us know. And in fact, I have software. I use it on my Instagram account because I automate whatever I can. I can't get my hands on that. I'm on a waiting list because if you live in the United States, they're not releasing it because of the whole thing. And I don't know if they'll just get to the point where they'll let people in the US use it, because the solution for TikTok, at least from my be right now, that President Trump keeps signing 90-day things, and he's only going to be in office for 4 years. So I don't. And now it's going on a year. If any of you were on, I was on TikTok, and that was January 19th when TikTok went dark for about 14 hours. I mean, the thing popped up on my screen. And then I guess it was sometime the next day when I looked, President Trump had signed a 90-day thing, and it was back. And they were sending me messages too that it won't be available in the app. And I did think for amount of time they did take it off the app store, so you couldn't download it. So none of us, and for all of us that use it every day, and there's 5 billion people using TikTok for different reasons, or on social media, anybody that's using it, if it doesn't, if he doesn't do a 90-day thing and nobody comes, and raises their hand and has the money and says, hey, I want to buy it, TikTok will be gone in the US. Good morning, Jake 6. If you're jumping on, good morning, Fizzy. Good morning, Digital Mommy. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. If you could like my video, I'd really appreciate it. Whether you're on my TikTok account or my YouTube channel, I would appreciate that. It helps my accounts out. Good morning, Timmy, Life with Timmy. Good morning, Eric. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. It seems like whenever I ask that, nobody wants to answer. And very few people even say where they're from. I've had a couple. I had somebody yesterday that was honest and said why she was on. Good morning, you're from Africa, and you follow me always. Okay, thank you so much. We have people in our group from Africa. In fact, we have people from all over the world. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Terry. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. I'm using social media to get exposure for my business, since there are 5 billion people on social media that you can potentially talk to. Thank you. Somebody got, not me, somebody got a number 2 badge. Or anybody know what that is? Good morning, Stephen. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. If anybody has any questions or you need help with something, I'd be glad to answer it. If I don't know it, I can probably give you a resource. Good morning, John. Good morning. Is it Haley or Whale Hale? Is that what people call you, or is that just your page name? So it's really kind of funny on these lives. Nobody really wants to say why they're on. I've had a handful. I had somebody yesterday. There's no accountability with these lives, because you could be laying on your couch with your phone, You could be sitting on the toilet for all anybody knows, and you can get on your phone. Good morning, Godson. For anybody knows, because you can take your phone anywhere. You can jump off. People jump on and off all the time. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to do anything. And I know my lives are not the only ones people are jumping on. And I do believe that the people are jumping on lives you're looking for a way to make money from home, or you're not getting the results that you want. John, how's that business? It's going great. I do digital marketing. Are you walking on the beach? Where are you in the world that you're somewhere near the beach? I'm not near a beach. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning. Ooh, I can't see that. So yeah, it's going well. We're starting another 90-day run in September, which is a momentum run that my mentor does. We're finishing up a 30-day momentum map, but that ends in a couple of days, and so we're going to do. You're retired. We're going to do another 90-day run, and my mentor does. She does a short video between 5 and 10 minutes with a tip that you can implement, and we're starting another one. I don't have the exact date yet, but in a couple of days, we're still doing our 30-minute. We're at the end of our 30-day momentum map. Good morning. Is it Maitland? I can't see part of that. Some people. Good morning, Hood Cat. Is that what people call you? So we're starting that, and she's does a short training. I mean, everybody can find 5 or 10 minutes to watch a video. She keeps them short, to the point. She's teaching something else, and I've learned so much from her. And that's what mentorship is. I mean, you need training too. But good morning, Adrian. John, I have a business. I do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. Actually, this month I've been doing this for 14 years. I haven't worked a job in 9. I started doing this after I lost my job. And that was like 14 years ago in August. It was a horrible job market. I worked in cancer research for 16 years. People were getting 1,500 applications, and I got only a couple calls about interviews. John, if you want to learn more, I have a free PDF. If you go up to the very top here where my profile is, there's a link there. Click it. It's payudaily.com. That's my website. Put your email address in. There's 2 videos. Watch them. Read the page. You'll get an email from me with a link with the PDF. You can click on that, download that, save it to your computer. That's a 2-hour workday blueprint that we're using. That my mentor taught me. You can take it's an outline. If you've got questions, you can respond back to my email. I'd be glad to answer it. But I've been doing this for 14 years, and I have my commute now. I did spend 2 to 3 hours. The job I lost, I spent 2 to 3 hours commuting every day on Interstate I-95, and if there was anything going on, the commute was longer. I don't miss that. My commute now is I walk up a flight of stairs, because I'm in my office right now. I have a room upstairs in my house that I turned into an office, and that takes me less than a minute to commute. And I was putting on over 15,000 miles on my car, the wear and tear in your car, and I actually end up having to fill my car with gas at least twice a week. And the weather's bad. You have to drive through that. Have I made $1 million yet? No, John, I have not. But that's totally possible, and I will. And my mentor has made 8 million in the last 3 years, and I believe by the time we get to the end of this year, December 31st, she'll be over that. But yeah, I've learned a ton from her, and that you can't do this without mentorship. Good morning, Maria. Good morning, Travis. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know why you're on social media. I do online marketing, making money from home. I am live streaming. I've got TikTok on my phone on my left side, and on my right side, I've got YouTube on my MacBook Pro. I have software that I can use to broadcast in more than one place. So I'm only doing this once. Good morning, Susan. The cool thing about YouTube is when I end this live, they'll automatically upload the whole recording of this to my channel. It becomes a piece of content. TikTok only saves them for 30 days, and it looks to me like they save them. They break them up and save them in pieces. It's not the whole recording. So I am live streaming in 2 places. If you're new, I do suggest you only pick one social media platform and do it till you master it and pick something you like. I've been doing this for a long time. I am on multiple platforms. I post 3 videos a day on my TikTok account. I also take those 3 videos and post them on my Instagram account because I get leads from all of them. Good morning, Rod. Because if you are marketing, you want to be generating leads every day, get people on your email list so you can keep communicating with them. You worked hard for 40 years, pension, SS, IRA, investment. Well, most people do, John, work 40 years. And some people are working more than that. And there's a lot of people, they're over 40, they're 50, 60, 70, even 80, and they're realizing they don't have the money to retire. So they started looking for another way to make an income. And Almal, is that, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, how to affiliate marketing, ma'am? Okay, well, Almal, there's different business models. I've done affiliate marketing, I've done high ticket affiliate marketing, I've done network marketing, and there's digital marketing. I picked digital marketing because I make 100%. It's master resale rights. I have 100% resale rights. There's actually 4 products. I make 100%. It comes to me. And whether that's affiliate marketing is a business model, so it's high ticket and network. They're all business models. They work, but I didn't want to be sharing the profits with people. And if you're interested in Adidas, I did that video. I tell you how to go get a link. But what you're not going to get from that is they're only going to pay you 1 to 5%. I mean, they're not even going to pay you 20 or 30 or 40%. So if you even want to make an extra $500, you're going to have to get hundreds of sales a month. To me, that's not worth it. I mean, 80% of companies in the world have affiliate programs. Usually, if you go down to the bottom of their website, they have a link about it. You can join any of them for free. I mean, Walmart has one, Target, Amazon. They're on average, they pay you 1 to 5%. And if you wanted to make $1,000 or more, you're going to have to get 1,000 sales a month. And I just don't think that's worth it. I average 900 a sale. So if I get 10 sales, that's $900. John, you just retired at 62 years old. Well, you planned for it. Good for you. A lot of people, and some of them have had, I mean, I lost my job and basically wiped out my savings. I mean, at one point I was in bankruptcy. And this was, I mean, I didn't know, and I ended up being $250,000 in debt. The day I lost my job, I was debt free. I had one credit card with nothing on it. If I paid it, if I put something on, I paid it at the end of the month, and then turned around, couldn't find a job, had no income. Okay, John, bye. Thanks. Oh, I messed up. Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. John just let me know I messed up. Okay. Well, I'm not perfect. I can't do everything 100% all the time. And I don't know why John's telling me I messed up. And I think at this point, I don't care. And there's over 5 billion people on social media every single day. And you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And that's 100% true. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, Kay. Thank you for jumping on. I see a thing you followed me. Thank you. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Phyllis. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. I'm here to do online marketing, making money from home, and I teach other people how to do the same thing. I've been doing this for 14 years. I haven't worked a job in 9. I don't need to work a job. I don't want to work a job. And the job I lost, I was spending 2 to 3 hours a day commuting. I don't miss that. Good morning. You're from the Philippines. Thanks for jumping on. Good morning, Christina. I don't miss that. My commute now is basically I'm just downstairs going up a flight of stairs to a room in my house. So I don't miss that. And then plus the wear and tear on your car, and you're at least putting gas in your car twice a week, the insurance, the wear and tear. And I was putting on over 15,000 miles a year on my car. So I don't miss that. And some of you, I mean, I know I've had people on here, you're working more than one job. And I've done that. It's exhausting. And we had somebody in our group that she was working 3 jobs, and she never had any time to do anything or spend time with her kids. And she started doing this. And now she's made over $100,000, and she was able to quit those 3 jobs. And I mean, she's able to spend time with her kids, do things that she wants. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate that. Who sent that? Is it Jeff? Thank you so much for sending that. If you like anybody wants to like my live, whether you're on my TikTok account or my YouTube channel, that would help my account out. I am here every day. I've been doing these. Hey, Carl. I've been doing these every day since actually for over a month now. And so if you have any questions, good morning, Keith. If there's something you're trying to figure out, I'd be glad to do a training on one of these. If it's something I've done, I'll do it. If I haven't done it, I don't think it's ethical. I don't think you can train on teacher stuff if I haven't done it and made money with it. But I probably can give you a resource. Good morning. Good morning, Travis. And good morning, ML. Good morning, Noel. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I don't think it's ethical. I could probably give you a resource. I know a lot of things. I don't know everybody, but I can probably give you a resource if there's something you're trying to figure out. Somebody the other day asked me to do a training on social media, which I did. And I did one on email marketing, because if you're using social media, and really it doesn't matter if you have a message you're trying to get out, you're supporting something, you have an online, offline business, you want to get people on an email list, and you do need a tool called an autoresponder. There's a bunch of them out there that'll let you start for free. The one I use, you can use it up till 2,000 subscribers, and they'll start paying you. But you want to build an email list. You want to ask me? 14 years I've been doing this. Now, I got on TikTok. When I started this, TikTok wasn't around. The short video wasn't around. I started with Facebook because I had an account. And I don't really like Facebook, truthfully. And then in 2013, I got on YouTube. I like YouTube a lot better. In fact, I'm live streaming on YouTube right now, just not my TikTok account. I'm on Instagram. I'm on multiple platforms. But TikTok wasn't around when I started. I got on TikTok in 2020. And I was saying earlier, I've lost like 10 accounts on TikTok. I lost 3 Instagram accounts. Somebody hacked my account and deleted it. So I started this TikTok account last June and the Instagram account. I started posting 3 videos a day. I broke 100,000 followers on TikTok, and I'm close to that on Instagram now. So very long. Yeah, I'm TikTok actually. Now it's only been 5 years now. I stayed off. Thank you. I stayed off of TikTok for a while after I lost the account. I didn't even know, truthfully, if I wanted to get back on TikTok. And now, if you live in the U.S., we don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. President Trump did sign another 90-day thing in May, but that expires actually in a couple weeks. And I don't know if he can keep doing those, if he's going to keep doing those, because there really isn't anybody. They want somebody that lives in the U.S. or anything outside China to buy TikTok. And there hasn't been. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Yvonne. There hasn't been anybody that's raised their hand and say they want to buy TikTok. They have the money to buy TikTok. So that whole issue has not been resolved. And there's a lot of people, an awful lot of people in the United States that are on TikTok. People are doing it for different things. I'm just trying. Good morning. Is it Bing? Good morning, Saeed. Good morning, Retro 2025. What do people call you? So that's all up in the air. And since today's September 1st, he signed that other 90-day thing. It expires on the 19th. I was on TikTok on January 19th when it went dark. It went dark for 14 hours. And then President Trump signed that thing. And I have software I'm using that I use on my Instagram account that I want to hook it up to my TikTok account, but it's in beta. And right now, if you live in the U.S., they're not giving it to anybody because of the uncertainty, because they don't, nobody knows what's going to happen with TikTok. I guess that's the reason I'm on a waiting list. If I can automate stuff, I'm all into that. And I don't spend any time on my Instagram account answering comments. The software does it for me. And I'd really like to get that on my TikTok account. So what is your job? I don't have a job. I haven't worked a job in over 9 years. I do this. I make money from home. I don't need a job now. I don't want one. And I left that whole thing years ago. It was in June. It was 9 years that I haven't worked a job. The job I did get after I lost my other one was $12.50 an hour in a call center. They laid just about everybody off too. After you have that happen to you a couple times, you don't want anybody else controlling what you can do. Because I remember somebody standing there, and I did that a couple times, handing my severance paper, saying today's your last day. The one guy said to me, "Do you need a box?" I was only at that job for like 2 years. I didn't really bring a lot of things in, but he was asking me if I needed a box to get my stuff because he was the one. I mean, they let my boss go. Eliminated just about everybody in my department except for like three people. They were really cutting back. And I took the job because I mean that was the job I could get. It was $12.50 an hour. That was way less than what I was making at my other job. And I wouldn't wish it for anybody, but I do believe now that me losing my job was a blessing. The time I couldn't really see that. I would have never found this industry. This industry can change your life. You know, if you're the people that show up and they're coachable and they're consistent and you do the work, because you can get this down to 2 hours a day, but there is work involved. So I haven't worked a job in 9 years and I don't miss it at all. I mean, I might miss some of the people because that's one of the things you meet people, but I've met so many amazing humans online since I've been doing this. And we're all, you know, I had entrepreneur in me since I was a little kid. I actually had a car wash. My dad was my only customer. And I set up a Kool-Aid stand outside. My mom supplied the Kool-Aid, the pitcher and the cups and stuff. And I got a box in the house and just made a sign on it. And I've had an entrepreneur in me since I was about 8 years old. Nobody ever encouraged me to pursue it because my parents always just said, go to college, get a good job. And I did that. But then it was a job that I lost. So, and there's certain careers you got to go to college. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to teach, you have to go to college. Actually, that's none of your business. How about I'm 39 and holding? If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Ross. Good morning. Actually, I can't see that. Some of these, the TikTok is showing me things. Good morning, Kate. Trying to get me to do things, which they're telling me there's all these people popping up and they'll say, invite these people. When I want to invite people, that's because I choose them and I think that they can come on and bring some value. I had some other people jumping on here that were sending me a thing that they wanted to come on. And actually that interrupts me. No problem. That interrupts me. So I have to go back. I have to address what TikTok is asking me. And then that interrupts this whole thing and distracts me because I got to go take care of that. But yeah, TikTok, well, there's some things popping up at the top about who's been giving gifts out. And I think TikTok does that and they show you that other people are doing that on the platform. Good morning, Henry. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I committed to doing these for an hour every day. And I have been doing that since like the middle of July. I'm here every day for an hour. I'm getting close to the end of the hour. So if anybody's got any questions, because I'm going to end this, we still have a little bit of time when I get to an hour. I am here every day. If you have a question, drop in the comments. If there's something you're trying to figure out and I can help you with it, I'd be glad to do a training on one of these. Somebody asked me to do one on social media marketing, which I did. I also talked about email marketing because if you're using social media and you're not using email, you just don't want to send people to like a sales page or a replicated website or just a page with information because the issue with that is you only have one chance to talk to them and then they're gone, they're off your page. Why I do get some sales on First Touch, most people are not going to buy on First Touch. You want to get them on your email list so you can continue to keep communicating with them. And I just had somebody who, she actually got on my email list in October of last year, October of 2024. I did talk to her a few times on TikTok and she bought from me in July, this past July. So she was on my email list for 10 months before she did anything. And a lot of people, it's that way. You want to be generating leads every day, getting people on your email list and then nurturing the leads. Good morning, Kevin. You want to be a successful affiliate marketer. Okay. Well, what I'm doing here, and I do some affiliate marketing. I have done it's digital marketing where you make 100% profit. And I've done affiliate marketing and high ticket affiliate marketing. I just decided I didn't want to share the profits because most of them are going to pay you 20 to 40%. There's a few that are a little higher. I make 100%. It comes direct to me, to my account. So if you want to learn more about it, I'm following a 2-hour blueprint that my mentor did. I have a free PDF. If you want to get the PDF and learn more, come up here to the top of my profile, where my profile is, there's a link there. It says payudaily.com. That is my website. You can click on that, go to that, put your email address in. There's 2 videos that I'd encourage you to watch both of them and read the page. You'll get an email from me with a link with the PDF. You can click on that, download it, save it. That's yours to keep. If you have any questions, you can respond back to my email. But that's what I'm doing. I'm promoting this program. I've been promoting this particular program for over a year now. It's 100% profit. We have a community of over 555,000 people. And my mentor, I mean, I've learned so much from her. I've done this for a long time. Never seen anybody pour into people like she does. So you can check that out. If you got questions, you can respond back to the email. So that's what I'm doing. And not that there's anything, I mean, to give you an example with the affiliate marketing, I was doing high ticket affiliate marketing. Somebody came through my link. They bought something, it was $25,000. Now I made 27% of that, which is 6,200. That's great. I made that in a day. I woke up to that. And the company, because it's an affiliate program, over 18,000 went back to the company. That was all the same effort. That was my effort. The company, he didn't have to do anything. He made that. And when I started thinking about that, and I have some of my own products, which I make 100%, but I have to create the products and do customer service. With this digital marketing, it's master resale rights. I bought the resale rights and I can sell it over and over again. I don't have to create the products. They're done. I have to do customer service. There's no shipping because it's digital, and I don't have to do any of that, which I love. And you can pick a merchant account that you like, but the money comes directly to you. And with affiliate network marketing programs, the money goes to them. They hold it. They pay you out based on their schedule. And some of them, they hold them for quite a bit of time. Some of them hold them for at least 30 days. Okay, many thanks for a nice idea to make money for this using amazing apps like TikTok. Yeah, I mean, it is. And I have all the apps. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have YouTube on my phone. I can do a lot of things from my phone. I can't do everything. Now, because I'm live streaming in 2 places, I do have YouTube up on my MacBook Pro. If I was just live streaming on TikTok, I could just, pull it up on my phone. But I am in my office. Okay, have a good day. So that's what I'm doing. And now TikTok is going to give me a warning like they normally do. When I get to the part that they tell me they're going to cut me off in 5 minutes, which the thing comes up that a puzzle had to fit. And that's because I'm getting close to an hour, and TikTok usually does that. But if you have any questions, put them in now, because I'm really close to getting to an hour. I am here every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been doing these every day. If you've got a question or you need help with something, I'd be glad to do a training on these. I did have somebody ask me to do on social media marketing, which I did. I also talked about email marketing, because if you're doing this and you're not getting people on your email list and you're just sending them to something like a page with information, a sales page, a replicated website, you're missing the issue with that is you're missing all the other opportunities to talk to them, because you only have that one chance. So when they go off your page, that's it. You can't talk to them again. And yeah, I mean, you might get some sales on first touch. I get some sales on first touch, but typically most people are going to have to see something at least a couple times. If you think about your own buying habits, if there's something you're interested in, how many times do you look at it before you actually buy? And you could see it online. You could see it in a store. You could go back and look at it in the store, or you could go to the company's website and look at it. But most people have to see something multiple times. And if you're just sending people to a page with information, a sales page or a replicated website, you've only got that one chance to talk to them. When I first started doing this, I did not know that. You don't know what you don't know. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, and I didn't make any money. I did that for a year. I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a system. I didn't have training. They gave me a 3-page PDF showing me how to set up pay-per-click ads. But I knew I needed to get around somebody that had done what I wanted to done do. And I started looking, and I ended up on Facebook. So I didn't know anybody, and you can't do this by yourself. I know there's a lot of people you think you can. I put a video up about Adidas's affiliate program, and that video has gone crazy. It's got almost 2 million views, and I've got over 30,000 comments. They're not going to give you any training. They're not going to give you any mentorship. Yeah, you can go sign up. They'll give you a link that you can promote, and they only pay 1 to 5%. So if you even want to make $500, you're going to have to get hundreds of sales a month to make that. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I average 900 a sale. So if I get 10 sales a month, that's $9,000. And it's a lot easier to get 10 sales than it is to get hundreds. And you can, Amazon's got one. Target, 80% of companies, you can go do that. You can do it for free. But if you don't know how to use social media, you don't know how to get anybody to the page to even look at it, reality is you won't make any money. So that's, if you're into free is the most expensive choice of all. I have a free PDF. You can go get that. It's go to my website, payudaily.com. If you come up to the top of my page there and click at the websites there, that's free. You'll get an email from me. That's the outline we're using. It's a blueprint. It's a 2-hour blueprint. You can get this down to 2 hours a day, but in the beginning you may not, because if you're new and you've never done this before, it's probably going to take you longer. So you guys, I'm over an hour. Nobody has any questions. I'm going to go. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Thanks for jumping on. Happy Labor Day to all my friends in the U.S. See you tomorrow.